most people, or many people, probably most people, I don't know. I haven't looked at that number lately. Accept an insurance company's offer versus calling a lawyer to discuss the details of the case first. How much is the average difference between what they initially offer versus what you obtain for them? Well, let me ask the second question first is, I don't know why, but why not? If someone's already been talking to the insurance company, and many people do, I don't take the case unless with my fee, I can still add value to the case, including where I'll put more money in their pocket by hiring me. And so I always do that. I will never take a case where by hiring me, the client's going to lose money. I will only take a case where I can add value to the case, including my fee. The average difference, there is no average difference between what the insurance company really offers and what they obtain for them. But let me answer the question, that question a little bit differently. I have many cases, and we have them on our website and stuff, where we'll have a $250 offer, a $1,000 offer, and we get $100,000 or $250,000 for the client. We do it all the time. We just did it for a client who they actually paid her $260. She took it. They sent her a release. She said, I'm not releasing my case. I'm just having you pay my first damn doctor bill. And they played a game with her. We fought it for a long time. We filed suit. They gave up. We got $50,000 in that settlement. And then we made an underinsured claim and got another large settlement for her. Great lady, good friend of the firm. We really fought long and hard for her and proud to do it. So I have a lot of great stories where it was only a little bit amount of money, and then we got this big settlement. Now it is our legal work and our aggressive action towards and litigation experience and tactics against the insurance company, but it also is what's fair and what's right, because the insurance company is trying to take advantage of someone who's profoundly injured and hurt. And the reason why, going to David's first question, is the reason why people settle these cases out early is because they need the money. Okay. And when you're injured in a case, it's a profound life interrupted type of deal. You're going along, you're making this much money, you're doing fine in life, and then you have an injury where you can't work for a month and a half, and you have $50,000 in medical bills. Your cash flow is gone. You're hurting. You're scared. You're nervous. You're hurt. And someone offers you $10,000 where you can get by. And a lot of the people who take this money are worried about their kids and their family, and not for them too. Like, oh, so I'm going to take the 10 grand. Moms, I'm going to suck it up and not treat this back injury, but I'm going to make sure my kid has a great Christmas. And they're going to take the money every day. And that's what happens, because they love their family and they try to be safe and protect their family. And the concern about long-term damages or lifelong pain or that surgery they need 3 years from now. I want to have my kid have a Christmas and have that memory, or I need to pay rent, or I need to make this car payment. That's why people do it. And then the other reason why people accept an insurance company's offer versus calling a lawyer to discuss their case first is the insurance companies have a spiel or a tactic or a well-honed message. They train their adjusters to say the right things to get you to settle. They say things like, it was a soft, the property damage wasn't that much in this crash. You can only get $2,000. That's not true. They say things like, you only can recover for 6 weeks of chiropractic care. You can't recover for more. That's not true. It's not true, because you get 6 weeks of chiropractic care, but you have a herniated disc in your back. You need a surgery. Your damages are huge, or you're not healed from that. Or the chiropractic care, the soft tissue injuries, the bumps and the bruises are gone, but after 6 weeks, you're still hurting and you have a significant injury. Or there's only so much insurance in this case. Well, they didn't tell you that the defendant has an excess policy, so they only have 50 or 100 grand here, but they also have $1 million homeowners policy. Or they say that you were at fault at the accident, and you're like, no, I wasn't. I'm driving along the road. This person pulled out and hit the side of my car. What are you talking about? And they say, well, my driver says that you ran a red light. I didn't run a red light. My driver says that, your comparative fault, and blah, blah. Or the police got the report wrong. This happens all the time. I mean, officers work hard and they do a great job and they do the best they can, but they're also out solving murders and catching bad guys. And your fender bender, they're doing their best, but they write their notes down. When they go put that later in their report, 3 days later, they've also reported 5 other accidents because police officers work very hard. We represent a bunch of them always. And they do their best, but they get some stuff wrong, and that's okay. But what the insurance company is going to do is they're going to use that to try to take advantage of that incorrect information. I have taken many depositions of officers. Took one last week where they say, yeah, this is wrong. Not a big deal. I did my best, but I got the witnesses switched, or there was a witness, I forgot to put him in the report, or I got the cars switched, or the time of day was wrong, or yeah, I did a diagram on the police report. I was just trying to thumbnail it in. That's not to scale. That's not the purpose of this report, blah, blah, blah. So I say to people all the time, when you're at a car crash scene, do your own investigation right there and take pictures. The phone is the easiest thing. Pick up your phone, take a picture of the skid marks, take a picture of the other position of the cars, the cycle of the light, the failure of the right of way. And you'd be surprised at the scene, the driver who hit you is like, oh, it's my fault, blah, 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 blah. And you think the case is going to settle. You have no reason to call a lawyer. And then boom, they change their story. The insurance company, they want to CYA and do all kinds of other stuff. It's silly, but it invites litigation. So there's a lot. I have a book on the website about 10 questions to ask before you settle your case. Get that book up. We'll put a link to the book up I'll put a link to the book while I'm talking, if I can, if someone else does it from our team, doesn't do it before me. Because I have a question about the 10 questions you ask before you settle your personal injury case. We wrote a book on this subject, and I'm probably in a race with David or somebody to do it. Let me see where my books are now. You know what, folks? I'm not going to find this right here for some reason. But if someone else could put, Brennan or David or somebody else could put a link to that, that would be great. That would be wonderful. That would be helpful. We'll do that in the thing. And folks, look, if you have one of the other things about this question from David was, we answer questions for free at our firm. If you have a question about your case, call us up. Hey, I got injured. I got an ER visit. I did 2 chiro visits. They're offering me this amount of money. Should I take it? We have those questions all the time. And I'll tell you, yeah, take that, because let's give you an example. Like, you got $1,000 in bills. They offer you $5,000 to settle your case. You had 1 ER visit and 2 PT visits. Take that, because I can't get you much better than that. That's not a bad result. And you don't want to pay me a percentage of your recovery, because I'm not going to add value to the case. But if you call me and say, hey, I had those same things. I had an ER visit. I had a PT visit. And I had an MRI that shows a herniated disc in my neck. And I'm having numbness in my arm. And I can't hold a cup of coffee in my left hand. Then you need to call us, because you should not take that $5,000 settlement. You should figure out how much insurance that people has. You have a significant claim. You may need neck surgery, and you need to be compensated. And the back of my cup says the definition of compensation: to supply an equivalent, to offset an error, to make amends. So you need to be compensated, fully compensated for your injuries. And that low settlement from the insurance company ain't full compensation. If it is full compensation, take it. But if it ain't, don't take that. Come to a lawyer. We'll answer your questions. We'll figure out how much insurance there is. We'll figure out liability. We'll figure out and help navigate your medical care and make sure you get the care you need. We'll figure out the bills. We'll do all these things. So when you walk away at the end of the day, you feel that you know that the bills are paid, you have X amount in your pocket, feel comfortable and happy with the resolution of the claim. So that is to fully and more robustly answer that question.